Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Christine.
Victoria, what can you offer us that other candidates cannot?
Well, I believe that I'm well organized and I'm very, very efficient when it comes to multitasking, and I believe that I'm probably the best candidate because I am very, very flexible in many different areas and different things.
That's fantastic. And do you have any additional strengths you'd like to add to that?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any additional strengths that you'd like to add?
Beyond being flexible and very organized, I'm very to who I'm working with, and beyond that, I think that speaks for itself. Being very organized, being very efficient, I think that's a very important job. I'm very polite, and I believe in any position. Customer service, being respectful is very important.
Great. And how successful would you say you've been so far?
I think I've been very successful. I've been in my current position, which is an administrative assistant, for 3 years, and I've been in customer service, so I've done the entire public for about 8.5 years actually now. So I have a wide variety of dealing with customers and complaints, as well as organizing personal time along with office time, and that kind of area. So I think I'm very qualified.
Okay, definitely sounds like you've been pretty successful. What are your limitations or big mistakes, that is, if you do have any?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What are your limitations or any big mistakes, if you do have any?
My limitations, I think, or I feel I believe that loyalty is very important. So I'm also often too loyal, or I'm often too honest sometimes. If I feel that I'm often too opinionated, I feel that if you are not doing what, in my opinion, after being there for a while and knowing the business, if I feel maybe things should be done in a different way, I'm very opinionated about that. And sometimes employers are not too fond of that part of me.
Well, that's not always a limitation, but definitely it's understandable. How long would you take you to make a meaningful contribution to our firm?
I think just time is a big thing. Just learning how to do things, learning how to work with whoever the executive position, who, learning their little is done, and able to be flexible to that and to work with that. I think that's probably the biggest thing people can do, is once you've learned the habits of that person, being able to work with those habits and so on.
Fair enough, definitely. What was a situation in which you worked under pressure or had to meet a deadline?
Well, my current position right now, I have a lot of deadlines. I'm currently in the finance field, so there's often times where you have to place a trade for a client by a certain time or at a certain price, and the stock market, as always, is very unpredictable. So trying to meet the client's needs and work with the stock market can be sometimes very stressful, especially when the stock market's not doing what your client wants it to do. So interesting challenges at times. I definitely worked in the customer service part of it. I've definitely dealt with customers who are not always happy with the way things have to be done. But it's trying to keep within the rules that are set, and make the client happy, or give them another solution to the problem they currently have. So that can be stressful and hectic and challenging at times as well.
But you're definitely able to deal with that and meet the pressures and the deadlines and whatnot.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And the last question, when would you be able to start?
Currently, I'd like to be able to give 2 weeks of notice, but I do have holiday time that I could use up if I needed to. And so ideally January would be ideal, but I can start immediately if needed.
fantastic. Well, Victoria, I want to thank you very much for your time, and good luck in your search.
Thank you so much, Christine.
Thank you.